Roshan, a machine learning engineer on the AI research team under Weiren Yao under Huan Wang. Today, I'll be presenting the Deep Research SD agent, where SD stands for software developer. So what is this, right? Have you ever wanted to know something like how many different code repositories or services does a new hire contribute to in their first 90 days? Or something more detailed like how many commits and PRs were made by this particular new hire or a set of new hires hired in 2025 under, let's say, Weiren Yao, my manager, between January and August. Or there must be some other engineering question you wish that we could answer with all of the data we have available to us in Salesforce Data Cloud. So accessing this data can be difficult, even though we have so much of it. So introducing the Deep Research SD agent, which can answer these questions with a simple natural language query. So let me show you around here. Here we have two modes: investigate, which is like a quick mode, and then research report mode, which is what we're focused on. So we have three sub modes here: quick, standard, and high. Each of these correspond naturally to the depth of the report and information generated, as well as proportionally the time that it takes to generate the report. So if you're looking for a quicker report, which is not as in depth, you can go with quick, but if you want something really deep, you can go with high. The normal one that most users would want to select is standard. And then you can see here we have various different models available to us. Our default is Gemini 2.5 Pro. We even have GPT OSS, the open source 120B and 2020B models hosted. We have OpenAI's O4 Mini, O4 Mini High, O3 Mini models. And then we have Claude Sonnet 4 and Claude Sonnet 3.7 models, which these two are actually hosted in-house on Bedrock. So let's go ahead and ask a question like, how long does it typically take for new hires under each manager to reach full productivity based on the time taken for their first PR and 10th PR? And let's go ahead and put this in quick mode so that we can see the results quickly. And while this is going on, let me explain a little bit more about how this works under the hood. So what makes this system unique is its multi-agent architecture powered by LangChain. So instead of a single agentic system, we use multiple specialized agents that work together. So we have a master research agent, which coordinates the entire process. We have a search agent, which executes tools and gathers data. And we have a text-to-SQL agent, which converts natural language to database queries if it doesn't get caught by the 14 to 15 tools we have available to us. And then we have a result combiner, which synthesizes findings into reports. So with this real example, what I've done is I've typed this question in natural language. The system, as we can see now, is analyzing the intent and selecting the right tools. We can just see it selected the text-to-SQL agent tool. And the master agent determines this tool that needs to be selected and generates a SQL query against Salesforce Data Cloud. So this query would join employee data with Git commit information data and PR data based on this particular question. And we see real-time processing and updates as the system works to complete the question. So the text-to-SQL agent executes the query here. The results are processed and formatted. And shortly, we should have some comprehensive results available to us. So the system will return a detailed analysis, which will include a breakdown by, employee and time period based on this particular query, whatever is the necessary information. And then we should have a report ready for export or further analysis. So what you're seeing is not just like a simple query. It's an intelligent research process that understands complex natural language questions, intelligently and automatically selects the right data sources and tools, and executes sophisticated SQL queries against our data cloud. And all of this to provide actionable insights in a professional format, which, frankly, in my opinion, is the most important part. Because if we just have an agent which executes queries, that's really great and intelligent, but what's really intelligent is when the agent proactively tells us, based off of this question that you've asked me, here is a proactive insight, or here is what you can do with the data that I have available from this query. So right now, the system can handle various types of questions, including manager performance analysis, employee productivity metrics, code quality assessments, onboarding effectiveness, and team collaboration patterns. It's including these, not limited to these. But this is just the beginning. The Deep Research Agent represents, crucially, a new way to interact with our organizational data, making complex analytics accessible to everyone through natural language queries. So let's just wait about a minute more, and we should be able to take a deep dive look at our report generated from this query. Cool. So our research is complete. Let's click View Full Report. So here we see a table of contents. We see some key findings, each with high confidence. So right off the bat, we have a quick summary of our key findings. So new hires under this particular manager are the quickest to begin contributing, creating their first PR in an average of just 0.7 days. So the team managed by this other manager follows closely at 1.9 days. Interesting. We also see that this manager Steven's team demonstrates an exceptionally rapid progression to consistent output, reaching their 10th PR in an average of only 4.0 days, etc. We also see highest code quality indicators. Right, teams managed by these two managers exhibit the highest PR merge rates at 61.8 and 52.4% respectively. And then we also see some performance variance. We also see a widespread 0% merge rate for some managers. So we get various different metrics here, right? And we, again, get sort of like a summary of the different metrics that are used to measure productivity. We also get a very nice table here with different merge rates, days to first PR, 10th PR, hires with first PR, hires with 10th PR. We can see that the source is, of course, from our Salesforce Data Cloud. And we see top performers in onboarding speed, leaders in code quality and merge rate. There's a detailed analysis of all of this. And this is really cool. We see a discussion of key themes, right? So the speed versus quality trade-off, redefining productivity first versus 10th PR, right? What does this really mean? We saw some 0% merge rates, which is natural within a given window, but we see like, what could this mean, right? And why could this occur? Some brainstorming here. And then very nicely at the end, some recommendations, right? So it says, investigate the 0.0% merge rate. Share best practices from top performers, right? And refine productivity metrics, right? It says, continue to track both time to first PR and 10th PR, but here's a very important insight. Consider expanding the analysis window for merge rates beyond 90 days to account for longer review cycles. So it actually highlights and acknowledges the fact that this data source has only captured the last 90 days. So this is very important, and it's almost suggesting to us, if you want more information, maybe you should tweak your query. So this is a quick sort of overview of our Deep Research SD agent. Hope you enjoyed, and thank you so much for listening.